It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's student speaker, David Aaron Morgenstern. David Morgenstern received his Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science from Rutgers University in 2002. Today, he is a candidate for a Master of Arts degree in Security Policy Studies. David's specializations are transnational security issues in the Middle East, subjects on which he has published several articles. David is currently Vice President for Development at the Center for Security Policy, where he directs a $3 million development campaign. Please join me in welcoming the Elliott School's student speaker, David Morgenstern.
Thank you, Dean Brown. Most people who have the honor to speak at a commencement try to impart a few words of wisdom to the eager young faces in the crowd. Well, I am one of the eager young faces in the crowd. My collected wisdom comes mainly from fortune cookies. So instead, I thought I'd appropriate someone else's wisdom. Today is my mother's birthday. She's 29. She's also an immigrant who never graduated college, but she's the wisest person I know, and I think I know why. It's not because she personally survived 2 wars, or because she survived raising 3 boys. It's not because she lost a brother in the military, or because of what she's seen as an emergency room nurse, or because she's lived all over and speaks 4 languages. 5 if you count Southern. I think it's because through all that, she's never lost her perspective. And I think achieving perspective and maintaining it is a worthwhile goal for all of us. In 2004, Jon Stewart delivered the commencement address at William & Mary. He was talking about the real world, and he said, "I don't really know how to put this, so I'll be blunt. We broke it." Well, maybe. But if you believe Alan Alda, it was already broken. He spoke at his daughter's commencement in 1980 and apologized for flinging her into a world running about as smoothly as a car with square wheels. In 1936, William Allen White, a noted journalist and editor from Kansas, felt that the world we have made out of the inheritance of our grandfathers is a pretty sad botch. I guess it all depends on your perspective. Billy Joel's was, "We didn't start the fire." Well, if it has been burning since the world's been turning, does that mean that the world's problems today are somehow less serious than they seem? I don't think so. There's Iraq, Afghanistan, Tibet, Myanmar, Sudan, New Orleans. Achieving perspective doesn't mean denying the fire or ignoring it. By graduating from this program in this city, we've already declared our intention to battle the flames. But will we succeed? Well, I think that depends on whether we can keep our perspective. Where some of us will try to douse the fires of discrimination, others will see reverse discrimination. Where some seek to deter aggression, others will see provocation. Where some see free speech, others see corruption. Where some see choice, others see life. These are all important issues, and no one should apologize for feeling strongly about them. But when we debate them, we often lose sight of the fact that those who disagree with us are generally not malevolent, or stupid, or unpatriotic. We can forget that they're the people sitting all around us today, arguing for what they believe is best for this country and the world. In other words, we can sometimes lose our perspective. And so, as citizens and as future leaders of this country or of our respective countries, let us measure ourselves not only by how many fires we put out, but also by our methods in fighting them. Let us be the generation that returns respect and civility to the airwaves and the editorial pages, to the campaign trails and the corridors of Congress. Let the wing warriors, those right-wing pundits and left-wing politicians whose ceaseless bludgeoning of one another perpetuates cynicism and apathy, let them scream into the wind as we establish a new standard for discourse, one no less ideological, but restrained in its tone by the decency and grace born of perspective. It won't be easy. We'll have to try to keep our emotions in check, at least in the public square. And we'll have to resist the beckoning of those wing warriors by insisting that we Americans, we citizens of the free world, are not at war with one another. It won't be easy, but it is simple. When the stakes are high, when you feel your blood start to boil, when you know you're right and you're tempted to also be righteous, just remember, your mother's watching. Happy birthday, Mom, and congratulations, class of 2008.